Impact.
Oh hey, what's up guys? Coach Dan here for your Recovery Friday video. You're probably wondering why I'm sitting at this desk shooting the recovery video. Well, the reason is I want to talk to you guys today about prolonged sitting, okay? So we are in a society nowadays where literally 95% of the people are sitting around at a desk for 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 hours a day, and that has some very detrimental effects to our health. So we all know the basic effects. Obviously, we're going to lose mobility, we're going to lose flexibility. We might even get some low back pain, right, with sitting around a lot. A couple of things that we don't know, that most people don't know though, that happens to us when we sit is, they've done a lot of studies lately that actually show that we're twice as likely to develop diabetes and heart disease if we're somebody that sits around during a long, prolonged period during the day. And that's even including people that exercise too. So a lot of people sit around during the day and then they just assume that they can go out and do exercise for an hour and hit the gym, and then that's going to counteract all the effects of them sitting around during the day. And that's not necessarily true, so I'm going to go into that a little bit more here in a sec. But a couple other things that happens when we're sitting around a lot during the day, right? We have a lot of lack of muscle contraction when we're sitting, and obviously a lot of decreased blood flow. And what happens when both those things happen is we get a very reduced effect in our biological processes. So our body's not really meant to sit around for that long. So a lot of our normal biological processes are very slowed and reduced when we're sitting around so much during the day. Sitting is obviously also a very low gravity position. We're in a low gravity position a lot. It has a very big effect on our posture, and it also makes our body just deteriorate a lot quicker, and we get a lot more cellular deterioration as well. So what can we do to help counteract that, to help get those negative effects from sitting out of the way? We can sit or move around a lot during the day, right? So it's recommended that we actually get up 35 times during the day to counteract the negative health benefits of what happens when we sit around. I know that's a lot, but if you think about it, if you just set a timer every 15 to 30 minutes or so and get up, it's going to do a lot for our posture, it's going to do a lot for our movement, and it's going to get rid of those negative health benefits we get from sitting around. So what I'd recommend, guys, is on your phone or whatever, or timer at work, set it for every 15 to 30 minutes. Get up for at least a minute or two. You can't just get up and then sit back down. You got to get up for a minute or two, move around a little bit, do some squats, do my favorite shoulder mobility exercise, do some wall angels. But move around a little bit for a minute or two before you go back to sitting down, right? Another thing we can work on while we're sitting is our posture, right? So a lot of us are hunched over at the desk sitting like this. Decompressed spine puts us in a bad position, right? So we can work on sitting up nice and tall, right? We want to make sure our upper back's nice and flat, also that our lumbar back's flat, that we're not arched and rotating that pelvis, right? We want to stay up nice and tall. And our proper sitting position is also going to be our butt's protruding out here a little bit, our lower back's flat, and our upper back's nice and flat, and we're up in that nice tall position, right? Just sitting and changing our posture a lot can help with a lot of those negative effects too, instead of sitting there hunched over all day. And then there's one other thing that's pretty cool that I found. It's called stretch sitting. I'm going to send a link through this email that you guys get to the video for that. That's just a really good way to properly set your spine while you're sitting so that your spine's actually stretching and staying lengthened as opposed to compressing like you normally see. So bottom line is, guys, we got to move around. If you're somebody that sits around a lot during the day, it's going to eventually catch up to you and have a lot of negative effects on your health. So like I said, get up every 15 to 30 minutes, move around, start to work out on your posture. Check out that video on the link that I'm going to send you guys in the email, and hit me up if you guys have any questions, Dan@goimpactstrength.com. Thanks, guys.